Which brings us to 1965, a year that would record another significant milestone in outer space history, the first U.S. walk in space. But it was also a year in which science fiction blended with science fact. A bold new visionary sprang onto the scene in the world of television. A man who would forever alter the way we think about outer space. His name, Gene Roddenberry. Gene spearheaded a brave new idea, a series that would explore the human condition within a space-age format.
Treat everyone on board like a human being except yourself. Well, now you're tired and you...
You bet I'm tired. You bet. I'm tired of being responsible for 203 lives, and I'm tired of deciding which mission is too risky and which isn't, and who's going on the landing party and who doesn't, and who lives, and who dies.
Roddenberry produced a pilot episode entitled The Cage, which starred Jeffrey Hunter and a very young Leonard Nimoy. At first, the executives at NBC Studios rejected the show for being too cerebral.
They felt I had offered them a wagon train to the stars, which I had, because I wanted to sell it. And Westerns were very big at the time. And they felt that I'd double-crossed them. I'd written them this thing about where the mind went in certain ways. And they wanted someone with bare knuckles and a fist fight.
Who was this brash writer-producer who would deceive the network and challenge their perceptions of quality television? What was his background?
Well, in the beginning, Gene Roddenberry was simply a navigator, and a courageous one at that. In World War II, he flew a total of 89 daredevil missions over the South Pacific and was awarded a Distinguished Flying Cross. As a troubleshooter for Pan American Airways, he led a critical rescue operation which saved many lives and earned him the Civil Aeronautics Commendation. But Gene would hang up his wings to pursue something he felt was much more fascinating. He saw a strange glowing box known as television, and he wanted to write for it. Eventually, he began selling scripts to such hit series as Dragnet and Have Gun, Will Travel.
But Gene was eager to break new ground. When he began developing Star Trek, he was hoping he could show viewers an optimistic view of the future. Little did he know how much that optimism rubbed off on the executives at NBC. Because for the first time in the history of network television, they commissioned a second Star Trek pilot.
We made him a second show, which had a lot of science fiction elements, too, but at least it ended up with Bill Shatner in a bare-knuckle fist fight in which he beats a godlike figure. That started us. We sold Star Trek with it.
There were plenty of cast changes made for that second pilot, and Roddenberry had to put up a fight to keep one character on board the Enterprise intact.
I believe there's some hope for you after all, Mr. Spock.
With Mr. Spock and myself in tow, Roddenberry created an unprecedented mix of culture and race working alongside each other in the future. Thankfully, the network saw something exciting and unique. As a result, NBC decided to go where no man has gone before and premiered their first historic episode on September 8, 1966.